4 minutes. We were 4 minutes away from our first win of the season. Oh! Lads. Lads, welcome back to another video. I've just watched Brighton salvage a point against the Blades. It could have been 3 in the end for Brighton. It should have been 3 for us. We defended really well today, I'm going to be honest. The only one that they scored hit Basham, I think it was on the back or on the neck or something like that, and just landed perfectly for Danny Welbeck on his chest to put in the back of the net. I was just hoping for some sort of handball somewhere, but why is Danny Welbeck stood on his own? I don't know. To be honest, I've not seen it back. I've come straight from the watching the match. So yeah, we should have won that game in the end. I'm having to remind myself that we were down to 10 men for the majority of this game, and getting a point at half time, I would have probably said that's a good result. But the fact that we went 1-0 up with a nice move from United, really nice move, and Jayden Bogle put away a deflected shot. If you don't shoot, you don't score goals, and Jayden Bogle had an attempt, it took a deflection, went in. You've got to shoot, and we reaped the rewards of that today. Yeah, it's hard to take because Ollie Burke went through right towards the end. It was an easy chance to get on target. Let's start by saying that. But I just knew as soon as he blazed that over the bar, I just knew that they were going to score. And they did. And it could have been, like I've just said, it could have finished Brighton 2, Sheffield United 1. Header right at the last knock-ins off the bar. He should have put that away. I think it was just a bit high for him to get his head over it and power it down. But yeah, all in all, it's a good point. We were down to 10 men for the majority of the game. We got a goal. But again, we've gone 1-0 up and we've not seen the game out. I know we had 10 men, but we had kind of 9 men behind the ball for the majority of that second half. And we defended really well. I thought we were going to concede from a corner or a set piece or something. Now, fair enough, it kind of was from a set piece. But all the corners that were coming in, we were defending really well. Dunk is huge, and they've got 2 other big defenders as well that's coming in every time. And we defended really well. And actually, the only goal that they scored came off one of our lads and landed for him. So it wasn't really... we weren't defending badly. It was just quite unlucky. Anyway, I'm not going to bang on too much about this because it's a really frustrating one. It would have been a perfect game. I thought we'd played that perfectly because Wilder has made some dodgy mistakes with substitutions, I think, recently. I think every single one of his substitutions and formation changes were perfect. Absolutely on the money. I'm loving seeing Jayden Bogle on the pitch as well. It was just a breath of fresh air, weren't they? Like, it's just making me think, why the hell... And why the hell have I not brought it onto this screen by now? But why the hell has Jayden Bogle not been featuring at all? Like, Wilder came on and said, oh, the reason why he's not playing is because George Baldock's playing so well. I understand that. But why is he not bringing him on either for George late on in the game trying to get a goal? Because we've been behind in a lot of games this season. Why has he not brought him on for George trying to kind of get a goal? And obviously, look at him. He scored today. Every time he picked the ball up, he tried to either play a 1-2 or run with it forward. We've not got many lads that do that. So it was nice to see. It really was. Again, frustrating, but we'll try and think of the positives. Ampadu, excellent challenge on the line to stop them from scoring in the first half. George Baldock on the line again, putting I think it was either a tackle or a block. Brilliant. I thought Egan was great. I thought Baldock was great. I didn't notice Ender Stevens too much, to be perfectly honest. Basham was brilliant wherever he played. I thought Jack Robinson had a decent game as well. I think he did. Ampadu, I thought, despite that block on the line in the first half, I thought he was really poor. And Adam, one of the Fans React guys, gave him a 3 last week, and I didn't agree. And then I spoke with Hal after our preview, and Hal said to me, I agree with him. Watch him. Just watch him. And I watched Ampadu today. He doesn't do a lot right. Not right. He doesn't do a lot well. Like, he might play a 6-yard pass and stuff like that. But there's a lot of times where he just oofs it. Or, like, he gets into an half-decent... Once he got on the left wing and just knocked it out for a goal kick. And it's like... It's really poor things like that. And I'm thinking, why have Chelsea not got rid of him by now? He's not good enough for Chelsea. He's certainly not good enough for Chelsea. I don't think he's even good enough for us. It's difficult because I've said that Ollie Norwood's not good enough, or he's not been good enough recently. But I don't think either of them are. I think I would put Ollie Norwood back in there just for the experience, and obviously for his set piece deliveries. But I thought all in all we defended really well. We did really well on the break too. Ollie Burke was, despite that miss, was unplayable today. I would hate to mark Ollie Burke or even playing defence when he's up top. And that's what I mean. Wilder made the correct decision. He didn't think, oh, Brewster, everyone's been calling for Brewster. I've started him. I can't bring him off. He brought him off because it was the right thing to do. Now, I'd have loved to have seen Brewster stay on or even come on later in the game. Fair enough, we were chasing the game. But it was the right decision to put Ollie Burke up top on his own, just to run and run and run and be that outlet. And he was all game long. He was a thorn in their sides because they couldn't. Like, if that would have been Brewster up front on his own, he'd have got knocked about. He wouldn't have gotten near plays because he's not as strong as Ollie Burke. He's not as quick as Ollie Burke. So he would have been running in circles, really. I would have put my house on Brewster scoring that chance that Ollie Burke would have got. That Ollie Burke got and put over. But he wouldn't have got in that position in the first place because he wouldn't have won the header on that Osborne passed back to him. He would have. There were some times in that game where Brewster was kind of all on his own and he still didn't win the header. So I think Brewster's going to be a very, very good striker. But I think he made the right choice today to put Ollie Burke up front on his own. The problem is he needs to get a goal. He needs to get that confidence because it felt like he pushed it a bit too far wide, but he had loads of space to put it in the back of the net. And it just felt like he just stretched for it a little bit too much, and that's why he blazed it over the bar. But yeah, I felt like the bodies were going on the line today. I've not spoken about Lundstram yet. I will do in a second because I got... I'll just talk about it now. I've got hammered on Twitter, and I don't understand why. Because I call him an absolute stupid effing moron for the tackle that he put in. It was stupid. And if Roy Keane is telling you that that is reckless, fair enough. Roy Keane has done way worse than that in the past. But if Roy Keane doesn't think it's a great tackle, then you know it's bad. Now, a lot of people have been saying, do you want him to shirk the tackle? Do you want him to not go in the tackle? Of course not. I never said that. I don't want him to go in half-hearted. But I've played football, and I know that when he went in for that challenge, he went full force with his studs up. Now, they weren't up here, but they were up, and he knew what he was doing. Like Roy Keane said at half-time, his head even turned that way as he went in because he knew the force that he was going in with. And my problem with Lundstram today was, first of all, he took that pop shot from his own half trying to lob the keeper. Now, if that goes in, you're a hero. Fair enough. But it felt like he was doing it for himself. It felt like, if I score this, someone's going to want to sign me. This video is going to be going round YouTube for a long time, and someone might come in and sign me. If I don't, oh well, I've only wasted an opportunity for us to get further up the field. That's what it felt like. And then the stupid tackle just felt exactly the same. It just felt like he didn't care. Oh, I'll just throw myself at this ball and it don't matter if I get sent off. It's only me putting lads in the shit. Do you know what I mean? This is how I feel. And I've played football long enough to know when that is a reckless tackle. Fair enough, back in the day, 10 years ago, that would have been great tackle. And I thought I enjoyed watching that sort of those sorts of tackles. But this day and age, in the Premier League, you cannot go in like that. He flew in. He took a bad touch. It was a 60-40 in his favour. I don't care what anyone says. And the fact that he flew in like that, he could have kind of pretended to go in as hard as he could and then just put in a strong tackle like that. He didn't have to fly in, boot, kind of going straight through the ball and then straight through the man. He could have gone, flew, won the ball, and then kind of pulled out once he'd won the ball. Oh, but that put us under pressure. That put us under a lot of pressure. Now, fair enough, if we'd have won that game, Wilder would have gone down. It would have gone down as a masterstroke for Wilder with the formation changes all the time, and then playing Didsey on the left because he was then going up and supporting when he wasn't. When we were defending, he was back in defending. And Didsey, he'll put his body on the line. He'll run all day long, and then when Wilder realised that he'd run his race, he brought him off and got someone on like Ben Osborne who will run and run and run all day long as well. Ben Osborne's brilliant. And you can't blame Ben Osborne for giving away the free kick. I hate when they bring something back to something like that. He only tried to stop him. Like, we're giving away loads of free kicks in that game just because that one ended up in a goal. Can't blame Ben Osborne for it. We gave away loads. Bash absolutely sided someone down late on in the game and we didn't concede, and nothing ever gets spoken about that. So anyway, I'll quickly go through the rest of the team. The midfield, Fleck was awful. Fleck was really, really bad. And I don't know if he was injured when he came off, or I don't know if Wilder just thought he's having a really torrid game. I'll change it up and I'll change the formation a little bit because he did. He went with those three strikers, didn't he? Didsey just in behind the two strikers. And I thought we played really, really well until Lundstram decided to get himself sent off. Brewster, didn't really have much chance to. I think he would have come into the game more when we changed the formation, but as the formation didn't stay that way for that long because of Lundstram, he didn't get into the game much. Ollie Burke needs to start every single game, by the way. I think we know that by now. He needs to. Ollie Burke is scary to defend against, especially away from home. I think he's great. I think he'd be great at home as well, but I think in the next game, what he should go for is that number 10. Didsey in that number 10. All out. We're playing Everton. They're a great team. Let's just go all out and try and win the game. Let's get up in the game. Let's get one goal up in the game. Try and defend, and then try and catch them on the break. Because I think today we played well in large portions of the game. There's not many times today that I've thought we didn't do very well. I thought Fleck was poor. I thought Ampadu was quite poor at times. Other than that, I thought everyone put the bodies on the line. Everybody played well. It would have just been nice to have seen us on 4 points at the end of today rather than 2. But hopefully we are starting to kind of score goals, getting ourselves into a position where we could win the game. So fingers crossed it carries on like this and we carry on getting points from games. It'd be great to see a win at Everton. It'd be decent to see a point. But then we've got half a season left, just over half a season left. Like, if we start picking points up, we start not losing games. Who knows what could happen? We are far behind, but all the teams around us, like they're doing okay. They're picking up point here, point there, 3 points here, whatever. But teams down at the bottom will lose a lot of games. So if we start putting a couple of wins together, we will be back up there within no time. It's difficult because technically we should be down and out by now. But I think there's still a possibility if these lads can start putting some wins together or start at least scoring some goals and seeing where we go from there. Anyway, let's leave it there. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments because I do like to talk to people about things that they think I have got wrong or they think differently about. It's just when people are like, you shouldn't be a Sheffield United fan if you're going to be negative. It's not negativity, it's my opinion. Like, if you think my opinion is negative, I'm sorry. But it was my opinion that it was a stupid tackle. About 60-odd people liked the tweet as well, so some people did agree with me. So I just hate those people that, you're not a real blade if this, you're not a blade if that. Go away. Can't be doing weird. Go on Facebook. That's where all them lot belong. Anyway, thanks for watching again. Like the video. Subscribe. Stay good, Nick.
Look at that ping from Norwood. Makes other teams look no good. We've got a team full of leaders. Alan Hill, Chris Wilder taught us. Yeah, there was us on the tour bus. Look how many goals Billy scored us. It's beautiful downtown Bromley Lane. We are the boys from Shore.